All right, let's start in child's pose today, guys. Bring your knees wide, walk your fingers forward. Let those hips sink back to the heels. Try and find length in the spine. Let that forehead rest comfortably, maybe even rocking the forehead side to side a little bit. Tune into your breathing. Begin your new Ujjayi breath. Try and make that ocean wave sound. Building internal heat even from the static pose, using that powerful breath. And using this pose to ground. So if you like a visual for grounding, you can imagine a cord or beam of energy that goes from your tailbone down to the earth, to the center of the earth. And it can be whatever color feels natural. Whatever just first comes up. It could be white, gold, red, yellow. Having this visual that your grounding cord is connected to the earth. Try to carry that through practice with you today. And even off the mat. And with that, we'll seal an intention. So any intention you have today at this moment, could be for yoga, could be for something off the mat. Usually it's just whatever's at the surface, whatever comes to mind, something you intend to do or work on. Seal that intention up. Smile on the lips, gentle smile. We'll walk our hands over to the right, reach through the left fingertips. Let that weight sink back into the left hip. Head can be comfortable wherever's natural. Whether the head's on the mat or lifted, it's okay. And then take the hands through center over to the left. Reach through your right fingertips, sink the weight back into that right hip. Open up that outside of the right shoulder. All right, come through center, press up to your tabletop. Stacked position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and take your cat-cow at your own pace. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze goes up. Exhale, arch the spine, start from the tailbone, work your way up to the head, drops for scared cat. You can exaggerate the movement by bending the elbows, maybe close the eyes here. Tune into the spine, those beginning moments of practice. Where's your spine at today? Listening to the body, making it yours. Using your breath though. Last one, we'll bring our hands a little bit farther in front of where they just were. Supporting yourself through the wrists and shoulders. Take nice wide hip circles, both directions. Whatever feels good. When you drop the hips over to the right, you can sink down, or over to the left, just kind of sink that hip bone down to the floor. Feel that stretch. Go both directions to even it out. All right, we're going to press back onto the the shins here, open up the bottom of the feet, so tuck your 10 toes under, and then begin to move the weight back until you can feel all 10 toes pressing into the mat, rock side to side. If that doesn't feel good, you just come off of the balls of the feet, and then we'll take the back of our wrists together, preparing us for all the down dogs. Still tuning in with the body. How's that feel on your feet? How are your wrists? All right, we'll drop down off of the toes, press the feet into the mat. Bring your hands behind you, fingers face forward. On an inhale, press the hips up, let your head go back. Breathe into the front of your shoulders and the quads. And release. All right, from here we're going to wiggle the feet out from under us, and we're going to follow that same similar motion of opening up the front of the shoulders. We're going to take it one step farther with reverse tabletop now. So bring those hands back, fingers face forward, but this time you're pressing through the heels. On an inhale, lift the hips, reverse tabletop. Again, you can let that hip fall back. Breathe into the front of the shoulders, press through the heels. And lower the hips back down, nice job. And we'll come to boat pose. Work on the core, so you can start with the heels on the mat. This can be your modification, or you begin to raise the legs off the floor, zip the legs together. On an inhale, lower spine to mat. Exhale, crunch back up. Inhale, find length. Exhale, crunch back up. Go at your own pace, slow and controlled for 10. Feel the hip flexors moving or working. Feel the core engaged. Use that breath, that exhale crunch to get you back up. Try and straighten in the legs. Hands off the mat to make it harder. A few more. Keep going. Feeling that internal heat. Nice breathing. On our last one, we'll come up, we'll drop the left foot, grab your right foot with your left hand. On an inhale, kick into the legs, swing the right hand up and over till it lands behind you. Pull your foot over to the left. Feel your IT band. Gaze follows the right shoulder. All right, bring the chest back to center. Bring your right ankle on left knee. We'll take a seated figure 4 here. So getting into that right glute, you should feel that side opening up. So options here, you'll feel the stretch right here. Or something I like to do is press my hands into the mat, lift the hips, begin to move them forward or kind of side to side, just breathing into that right glute. You can take this stretch as deep as you want. Try to keep length in the spine, try to keep your core engaged. And then we'll release the right foot to the mat. Right leg long, and then we'll take the same 2 stretches other side. So grab your left foot with your right hand. You're gonna kick through that left heel to find length. Inhale, left hand sweeps up and over, lands behind you. Pull that left foot over to the right. The more you pull, the more you'll feel that T-band, maybe getting down into that calf. Adding the spinal twist, let your chin go to the left. We'll come back to center for that figure 4 pose. Bring your left ankle to that top of the right knee. Press that right heel into the mat, and then you'll feel the stretch right away on that left glute. So make it yours, however you want to get into this stretch. Staying seated or maybe lifting the hips off the mat. The more you have that left knee kind of pressed away from the body, the more you'll get into the muscle. Keep using your breath. Feel release out of that. Let the legs come out nice and wide, 45 degrees. We'll get into the low back here before we stand up. TDQ stretch, so roll those thighs up and out, flex those toes up and in. So either 45 degrees, or if you can't open those legs wider, you'll get that groin stretch there. So we'll start with the right forearm going towards the right shin. So begin to lean forward and then sweep the right forearm over till it lands on the shin or on the floor. Open that chest to the side wall. Inhale, left hand reaches up and over. Trying to make that connection. Breathe into your low back on the left side. Let your gaze be wherever is comfortable. You don't have to hold up the neck. Last exhale. And then we'll sweep through center, take it over to the left. So this time the left forearm kind of drags across the floor. Open that chest to the side. Inhale, reach your right hand over. Big rainbow until you're touching those left toes. Try and tickle them. Breathe into your low back on the right side. And release back to center. Nice job. We're going to cross the knees, roll over to tabletop. From tabletop, make your way to down dog. First down dog with clasp. Lift the hips. Stick with that. Settle the heels to the earth. You can walk the dog here. First down dog with clasp. And you 5 to 10 breaths to settle in. Tune into your down dog. Down dog can be a resting pose for class today. If you ever need a breath, you can also take child's pose. So foundation of down dog, spread those fingers wide, press through the palms. Let your gaze be up in between your inner thighs. Maybe you're trying to look at that belly button, and then turn your armpits in to face each other a little. From here, look at the space between your hands. We're going to tippy toe to the front of the mat. Keep your hips really high as you go, forcing your core to pull up. When you get to the top of the mat, ragdoll pose. Bend your belly, hang out on the thighs. Grab your elbows here and sway side to side. And be here for at least 5 breaths. Trying to release the low back. Let the head hang heavy. Shake out the neck. Maybe you can play around with rolling the weight to the balls of the feet a little bit to get your head even closer to the floor. Maybe straighten to one leg at a time. See how that feels. All right, drop the hands to the floor. We're going to take one more stretch here. So we're going to cross our right foot behind the left foot until those pinky toes touch. Front knee will be bent, so left knee's bent a little bit. We're breathing into that right IT band. So we can inhale together, find length in the spine, come up onto the fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, and then walk your hands over to the left. Really breathing into the outside of that right leg. Still relaxing the head, you don't have to hold up the neck. And then come back to center. We'll switch those feet. So uncross the right foot and then cross the left foot behind the right pinky toes. Touch, front knees bent. Inhale, find some lift and length. Exhale, forward fold. Head reaches towards the floor. Walk the hands over to the right. All right, we're going to come back to center, uncross those feet, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. All the way to standing. Let the head be the last thing to come up. Pick up those shoulders, roll them down the shoulder blades a couple times. And then mountain pose. We're actually going to grab the hands behind us for this one. Inhale to open the chest, gaze lifts. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Forward fold with those hands overhead. Breathe into those shoulders. We'll be here for 2 breaths. Let the head come down to the floor. Hands reach overhead. Last exhale. Release the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, plank pose. Hold plank. Building strength in plank pose. Tuck those hips down a little bit. Press through those palms. Nice and strong in plank pose. We're going to work on chaturanga today. So either from here or your knees. Exhale, half push up. So don't go below your triceps. Press back up, full push or full plank pose. Just one more time. Exhale, half push up chaturanga. From here, plant those toes. Pull the chest forward to up dog, thighs off the mat, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, roll over the toes, down dog. When you get there, inhale through the nose, open mouth, exhale. All right, we are going to take that left hand to the center of the mat now. Bring it a little bit closer into the face, maybe 6 inches. The right hand's going to reach back and grab the outside of your left calf. Gaze is under your left armpit, trying to find the ceiling. Nice jump, job. Come back forward, switch the hands. Right hand in the center of the mat. Left hand reaches to the outside of your right calf. Look under that right armpit. Nice job. Come back to down dog. Spread out those hands. And then we'll inhale, right foot high to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Give it a tap. Inhale the leg up. Second exhale, knee to chest. Pull it really tight and high into the core. Inhale, the leg goes high. Third exhale, go across the body to the left elbow. Give it a tap. Inhale, high. Fourth exhale, falling triangle, or just tap that left elbow one more time. You'll straighten that right leg underneath you. Take your modifications. Beautiful job. Stable right shoulder. Exhale, return to your 3-legged down dog. Let's try and lift that right leg back to the sky. And then exhale, low lunge. Drop the foot between the hands. Drop your left knee. We breathe into our low lunge. So take whatever variation that you love. Opening that left hip flexor. The low lunge can be with hands on the mat, or I like to use a prop. And lift the chest. If you pull the chest away from the thigh, it creates more stretch on that hip flexor. Use every exhale to stretch a little deeper. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. And let gravity open that left side. All right, send it back, half split, straight into the right leg. Flex your toes forward, walk the heel a little bit further forward as well so you're more stable. This is another great pose to have a block to keep that chest lifted. We'll inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold over that right thigh. Breathe into that hamstring, breathe into the calf. Try to keep the hips stacked over left knee. All right, we're gonna lift the chest, come back forward, this time to high lunge. So plant that right foot, lift the left knee, sweep the hands forward. Right away, settle deeper into that high lunge. Make those legs activate. Right knee tracks out. Pull the left knee up into the quad, settle a little deeper. Exhale, prayer hands, twist to the right. Take the left elbow to touch the right knee. Press the palms together, spinal twist. Pull your belly button towards the spine. From here, you're going to step to chair pose with a twist. Bring your left foot forward till the toes meet the right. Chair pose with a twist. Inhale, forward chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, take it back, step through your first chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it, meet in down dog. So you can lower half push-up or to your belly. You can inhale up dog or cobra. Exhale, we meet down dog. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, left foot high to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, give it a tap. Inhale, the foot goes high. Second exhale, knee and chest, pull it so tight, arch the spine. Inhale, the foot goes high. Third exhale, cross the body, see if you can get it up to that right armpit. Inhale, the foot goes high, you know where we're going. Fourth exhale, falling triangle. Left foot goes under the body, over to the right. Take your modification, press through that left palm. Exhale, return, three-legged down dog. Lift that left foot back to the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the left foot down, plant the right foot down. We take this time, now that we're warmed up, to really open these larger muscles, the hamstring and the hip flexor. So find your low lunge, whether that's hands on the ground, use your prop. You could be farther up here for low lunge. The goal is that right hip flexor. You let every exhale send you a little bit deeper. All right, next exhale, half split, send the hips back straight into your left leg. Walk the heel a little bit further forward. That allows the hips to stay stacked over this right knee. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold over left leg. Again, maybe you have that block to keep the chest lifted. That's all good. The sensation should be the back of the left leg. Flex those toes towards the face. All right, lift the chest. When we come forward, high lunge. So plant through that left foot. Lift the right knee, sweep the hands forward, and then settle in. We're working on that leg strength. Deeper bend in that front knee. You're never tracking over the toes. Your knees stacked right over that heel. Right knee pulls up into the quad. Exhale, twist to the left, prayer hands. Let your right elbow and left knee glue. Press the palms together. Pull your belly button in. That allows more spinal twist. Gaze goes to the left. Walk your right foot up to meet the left, chair pose with a spinal twist. Inhale, hands through center, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it, meet in down dog. From down dog, we're gonna take a breather, so drop the knees, walk the hands forward to puppy pose. Maybe taking a sip of water. So puppy pose is like child's pose, where we keep the hips high. Walk the hands forward as far as we can, and we're opening the front of that shoulder space. Use this time to tune back into that breath. Maybe you return to that intention. See what 20 minutes of yoga practice can do. How it can change our thoughts. All right, we'll walk our hands over to the right, puppy pose with hands over to the right. Reach through those left fingertips. Another side body stretch, so send the weight back to that left hip. Right hand is more for support. Left fingers are really reaching. Open up that rib cage. Feel that left shoulder finding length. Walk the hands through center, take them over to the left. Really reach with the right hand and then send the weight back into the right hip. Left hand is for support, and then your head or your forehead's just hanging out wherever's comfortable. Open up that right rib cage. All right, come back to center. Push up into your down dog. Lifting those hips high, send them back, settle the heels here. We're gonna take it through a sunny leaning back and down dog. So bend the knees, look at the space between your hands. Bottom of an exhale, walk step your hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come up with that straight spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands reach back overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands. Take it through your chaturanga vinyasa or skip it, knee and down dog. We always knee and down dog. Once you find that stability, find a little bit of stillness, and when we get ready to flow, inhale, right foot goes high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up, warrior one. So back toes out at an angle, sweep the hands forward. Deep bend in that front knee. Heel to heel alignment where your back foot may be out a little bit farther to the left. Exhale, drop the hands behind. Either you grab the hands or the elbows. Pull those shoulders back, open the heart space. And exhale, humble your warrior. Your chest drops to the inside of the right thigh. Let your head hang heavy. Don't try and hold up the head. Pull your hands to the floor above you. Pull your belly button up and in. Don't let your right leg swing out to the side. Strong warrior, two legs. All right, drop the hands around the right foot. We'll come to pyramid pose. So heel to heel alignment still, back toes still out at an angle. We're gonna inhale, find lengthening spine. Maybe you have that prop. Exhale, fold over the right leg, pyramid pose. Intense back of the leg stretch. Try to keep those hips square. Let your forehead go down to the shin. All right, inhale to lift the chest. Left hand on the inside of right foot. Inhale, revolve triangle. Right hand sweeps up to the sky. Feel that IT band on the right side. We've been opening up. Maybe you have a block under the left hand. And then we're going to take flight, revolved half moon. Left hand lands in front of right toes. Lift your left foot off the ground. Your right hand stayed exactly where it was. It's still reaching up. Ground through that right foot. Bring your chest to center, warrior three. Don't lose the height of that left leg. Lots of strength through the right foot. You got this. Warrior three. Drop the hands to the floor. Standing splits. Kick that left heel high. Release your head towards your foot. And then we'll stay here where you can bend that front knee, plant the hands under the shoulders for a little handstand practice. If you want to pop off the ball of the right foot, the goal in this practice is to keep the left foot off the ground the entire time. Really practicing that hop from the right foot, building strength in that right leg. Try to bring your core in as tight as you can. Let the gaze be down in front of the hands a little bit, so more close to under your face. All right, let's take it back through chaturanga, all the way to down dog. Nice handstands. And then exhale, lift the hips to the sky. We're gonna come to lizard pose. So inhale, right foot high to the sky, and then exhale, drop it on the outside of right pinky. Drop your left knee, and then roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Lizard pose also has a lot of variations, so maybe this is you right here, just pressing through those hands. Maybe your pose is on the forearms. Maybe your pose adds a quad stretch, kicking your left heel towards the body. We breathe into it for 5 solid breaths. Slow and controlled. Slowly unravel from your lizard pose. Press the hands into the mat. You're going to shoot that right foot back to meet the left. Down dog. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, left foot goes high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, warrior one. Heel to heel alignment, hands sweep forward. Deep bend in that front knee. So with warrior one, instead of heel to heel alignment, I actually bring my back foot out more at an angle. Feels safer on my knee. Might try that out. Exhale, drop the hands behind you, taking your grip with hands or elbows. Hold that shoulders back, open the heart space. Exhale, humble your warrior. Drop that chest to the inside of left thigh. So the left hip tries to kick out, so try to keep that warrior one leg stance. Pull the belly up and in, let the hands fall overhead, release the neck. Not an easy pose. Release the hands to the mat, straighten the front leg for pyramid. Maybe you readjust the feet, heel to heel alignment, 3 to 4 feet between the heels. Inhale, find length in your spine. And exhale, forward fold over left leg. Inhale, lift the chest, right hand comes to the inside of the left foot. Maybe even on the outside, that's an option too. Inhale, sweep the left hand open, revolve triangle, opening that chest to the outside wall. Pull the belly up and in here, maybe coming onto those fingertips. Then we take flight, revolved half moon. Right hand lands in front of left toes, kick that right heel towards the back of the room, left hand is still reaching high. Maybe there's a block under the right fingertips. Warrior three, try to bring those hands to heart center, try not to lose the balance. Really feel that left leg. Couple breaths here, you got warrior three. Drop the hands, standing splits, right foot goes as high as you can, release the head down to the floor. And then stay here or bend that front knee, plant the hands under the shoulders. Handstand practice, other side. So now the hard part on this one is keeping your right foot in the air the entire time. Just building strength on this left leg, popping up. Try not to switch the legs in the air. Getting the hips to stack over the shoulders. All right, nice job, guys. Take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it. We'll meet in down dog. Tuning into what your body needs. Inhale, right foot goes high, or sorry, left. Lizard pose, left side. Let the foot land on the outside of left pinky. Roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. And then take your lizard pose, lots of different ways this could be for you. Coming down the forearms, turning the chest over to the left and kind of pressing that left knee out just a little. All right, slowly unravel, press those hands under to lift the chest. Go back to down dog. And we're gonna make our way to standing. So bottom of an exhale, walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. When you get there, inhale, half lift, shoulder heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Recover your swan dive all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center and down by the side. All right, we're gonna do a little standing sequence for some balance. So we'll start with tree pose left side, and then we'll take it to toe stand. So ground through the left foot, kickstand the right toes. Make sure when you do that, when you move the weight over to one side, those hips don't down. We want to be super strong and stable for the hips. They're still facing forward. And then slowly we move that right foot up the thigh. You can go ahead and grab it if you need. And then wherever it lands, press that thigh back into the foot, equal and opposite pressure. Hands on heart center. Inhale, reach overhead, tree pose. Don't look at me, find something not moving. And then swing tree, hands go over to the right. Follow that knee, side body stretch, feel the left ribs open. And back to center, nice job. Release that left or the foot, right foot, and we'll take it to the top of the left knee. So we're going to slowly lower the hips down. And this is a glute stretch, very similar to what we did when we were sitting on the floor earlier. Same stretch. So this could be your stretch today, is that glute stretch, or practicing a toe stand. Maybe use that prop to help guide you down to the floor, popping up onto the ball of the left foot. Lots of options for this pose today, yeah. Full expression of that toe stand, hands out heart center, trying to lift up from the chest so there's less weight crushing down on that foot. A couple more breaths wherever you're at. Find your drishti, something on the floor that's not moving. And very slowly we have to come back out of this all the way to standing. Ooh, unravel those legs, shake out that left ankle. Gotta take care of those ankles. And then same thing, other side. Tree pose. Start with that grounding through the right foot. And see what happens when you move that weight over to the right. Try to still be nice and stable and square through the hips. Bring your left foot up to the inside of your thigh or maybe just to your calf, never on that knee space. Nice and tall, bring that knee out to the left. And when you're ready, bring the hands overhead to tree. Growing root to rise. Drishti on the floor. Something's not moving. Exhale, hands to the left, tree pose. Keep reaching side body Stretch, grounding through that right foot. And back to center, nice job. Take that left ankle on the right knee this time. Moving right to that figure four pose, sinking the hips back. Or coming to your toe stand. This could feel good today. Maybe you just take this glute stretch. Or I like to use a prop to get me down to toe stand so it's more controlled. Coming up onto the ball of the right foot. Nice job, guys. If you're really feeling adventurous, you can add whatever this is called. An inversion. Some kind of crow pose. It's pretty fun. All right, slowly we're going to come up out of it and be in mountain pose. Shake out that right ankle. Feel all those little teeny muscles in there. All right, strong mountain pose, hands down by the side. Inhale, bring the hands overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands. We're actually just going to sit back on our bottoms. So we're going to sit back. What a transition. And just from here, roll down one vertebrae at a time onto our backs. So we're going to take some bridge poses today, getting into that low back strengthening. So we'll take a total of 3. This sequence could look any way you want it. You could do 2 bridges and 1 wheel. You could do 3 bridges. You could do restorative bridge the entire time. Press the heels into the mat. Reach down. Make sure you can touch those heels. That's about how far away they should be. On an inhale, press through the heels. Lift the hips. Go ahead and grab your hands underneath you. Clasp those fingers together. Release the glute muscles, so you're trying to use that low back, natural C curve. Press your chest up towards the chin. Roll up onto the balls of the feet, release the hands, and come out one vertebrae at a time. So that's your bridge pose. If you're comfortable with the wheel and you want to take it to 2 and 3, go ahead. Or of course, restorative bridge at any time. When you're ready, press through those heels. Second bridge pose. Lift the hips, grab your hands underneath you. Try and roll onto your shoulder blades. So you kind of wiggle the shoulders underneath you. Press that chest up towards the chin. Release the glute muscles. The hips might lower. Feel that C curve in the spine. Come up onto the tippy toes. Release the hands. Roll out a bit more. Maybe we windshield the wiper knees side to side here. Releasing that low back. And then coming to that third and final. Let it be your best, whether it's bridge or wheel. On an inhale, press through the heels. Try not to activate those glutes. Grab those hands underneath you, press your chin up, your chest up towards the chin. Try to lift the hips higher without squeezing your glutes together. Nice wheels, guys. Take your time coming out of it. Bridge will come up onto the toes. Pull down one vertebrae at a time. All right, bring those knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Wrap the forearms around the shins. You can rock along the low back a little bit, side to side. All right, happy baby. Go ahead and grab the outsides of the insides of your feet. Maybe switch it up today. Try something you haven't tried before. Something you don't normally do in happy baby. Maybe you try and do a straight leg happy baby. Or rock side to side. Or just change the grip of those hands. Trying to find length through the spine with happy baby. So trying to keep the tailbone on the mat the entire time and the back of your neck. Kind of flattening us to the ground. All right, release out of that. We're gonna do one more IT stretch. So let that left leg go down. This time the right heel kicks to the ceiling. And you can either grab the right foot with the left hand if that's more stable, and then let it fall over to the left. So it's a supine twist with a straight right leg. You should feel it in that IT band area, the outside. So your right hip will come to stack on top of left. If you want to add the spinal twist, cactus that right arm, gaze goes to the right. All right, we'll come back to center and switch the feet. So make sure that spine comes back to neutral, right leg goes long. You'll grab the left foot with the right hand. Begin to straighten through that left leg as it falls over to the right. There can be a bend in the knee, that's fine. The sensation should be on the outside of that leg. Cactus the left arm, let the gaze go to the left. All right, as you come back to center this time, we're gonna roll onto our stomachs for pose down here. So transition onto your bellies. It doesn't matter quite which way of the room you're facing. We're gonna take our left arm out perpendicular from the body and then roll over to the left, stacking your right hip on top of the left hip. Breathe into the front of your left shoulder. Feeling that heart space open. Wherever you're feeling it, try and soften into the stretch and notice what happens, what sensations. Slowly rolling back to center. And then we'll take the same thing with the right arm. So stick that right arm straight out away from you, perpendicular, and then roll over the right side. Try and get that left hip to stack on top of right. Come back to center, bring those hands under the shoulders, and we're gonna press up for a couple seated stretches. So first come back to this child's pose, just find length in the spine. Your last child's pose of class. Hopefully you feel a little more open than the first one. And then we'll come up to seated. We're going to come to a straight leg stack pose. So bring those legs out straight in front of you. First thing we want to do is take the knee out from under the sit bones. Try and get your sit bones to the earth. Flex those toes up and back towards the face. Hands on the hips. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, forward fold over those legs. Try to stay straight in the spine as long as you can. And then release the hands down to the feet. Grab the toes and use the strength of your arms to stretch the back of the legs one last time. Inhale, find a little bit of lift and length. And exhale, fold. All right, we'll lift up out of that. We'll come to a butterfly pose, so bring the insides of those feet together, getting into the groin. So same thing, you can have hands on the hips or just out in front of you, but I want length in the spine. So use your inhale to reach the crown of the head a little bit farther forward, and then the immediate exhale bows you forward over those feet. Then you can release the hands to the floor, support yourself. Maybe even flutter the knees a little bit for butterfly pose. Should feel pretty open at the end of class here. And then inhale to lift the chest, press the hands into the floor. Bring the insides of the legs back together. We'll meet back on our backs. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. And then bring the feet into the air. Last pose of class in reverse blood flow. So coming to a shoulder stand, or maybe you want plow pose. Whatever is in your practice. Press those hands into the mat, lift the hips. Let's get that blood flow down to the heart. Yogi's choice of the legs. Whatever you're doing, pay attention to your breath. Should be most important. Letting the body follow. If you're in shoulder stand, try to get those elbows closer together underneath you. If you're in plow pose, you'll take those hands together completely and keep rolling higher along to those shoulders. Try to keep the hips lifted. You might feel constricted in the breathing. That's perfectly all right. Press the chest up towards the chin. And if you're in plow pose and you're feeling pretty good today, you can try death dance pose. Try to close off the sound around your ears, bringing the knees to the ears. Pretty intense. You don't have to be really warm in the low back, but it can be fun once you get it. And then we'll release the hands, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Nice. Slow and controlled. Your tailbone is the last thing to come down. And at this time, taking any last movements or stretches that your body needs today. Could be absolutely any last stretches before we settle into our stillness. Move around, shake it up, stretch. Give you 30 more seconds until we meet our final close of class. Let those legs go long, toes roll out to the side. Tuck your chin down just a little so it creates more length in the back of your spine. Maybe you can even wiggle your shoulder blades a little higher. Maybe your spine find more length. Hands open to the skies. Turn to seat or left hand on heart, right hand on belly. Inhale through the nose, one last open mouth sigh. Just release everything that does not serve you. and welcome to Shavasana. Invite movement back into the body by wiggling fingers, toes, maybe rock the head side to side. Reach the hands overhead like it's the first stretch of the day, and use this long body stretch to roll over onto your favorite side, using that bicep as a pillow, fetal position. One last time, we'll smile in the lips. And then gently pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Facing the front, hands on the knees, ground down through both sit bones, gentle bow of the head. Last inhale together, bring the hands overhead. Seal that energy between the palms and then bring it down to your third eye center. From here we are all connected. Bring the thumbs down to your lips. For here we speak our truth. And then down to the heart space, press the chest back into the thumbs. The light of me sees and honors the light of me. Namaste. Namaste.